If you were a kid that grew up in the 90s or early 2000s, you already know exactly what's coming. I guarantee you drank at least one of these. And honestly, I'd be surprised if you didn't have all 5. These weren't just drinks. They were basically part of every kid's childhood. They were waiting in the fridge after school, sitting in the shopping cart every grocery trip. And somehow, they always tasted better than anything else. Today, we're counting down 5 drinks every kid grew up with. And I want to see how many you remember. Kicking things off at number 5 are Huggies Fruit Barrel drinks. I don't know about you, but it felt like every family had these sitting in the fridge growing up. Chances are, your parents bought the giant multi-pack because they were one of the cheapest drinks in the grocery store. Back then, you could usually grab a whole pack for just a few dollars, which made them an easy choice for families. Plus, those little barrel-shaped bottles made them stand out from every other drink on the shelf. And somehow, they just made drinking them even more fun. They came in a bunch of different fruit flavors, and even though you can still find them today, they're nowhere near as popular as they used to be. Coming in at number 4 are Kool-Aid Bursts. You already know everybody twisted that top off and tried squeezing every last drop before throwing the bottle away. There was just something about that sports cap that made these feel different from every other drink on the shelf. They were affordable, so parents could grab a whole pack without spending much money. The good news is, they're actually still around today, and you can still find them at stores like Walmart, Target, and many grocery stores if you know where to look. Taking the number 3 spot is a classic Squeeze It. If you remember these, then you know exactly why they're on this list. Those colorful bottles with the funny faces were impossible to walk past in the grocery store. General Mills first introduced them in 1985, but they really took off during the 1990s. Then they started making color-changing drinks, mystery flavors, and all kinds of special editions that made kids want to collect every single one. Unfortunately, Squeeze It was discontinued in 2001, and honestly, people have been asking for it to come back ever since. Coming in at number 2 is a childhood classic, Capri Sun. I'm pretty sure most of you remember these, and let's be honest, half the time you'd miss the straw hole completely and poke it right through the back of the pouch. I know I wasn't the only one. Capri Sun became one of the biggest lunchbox drinks in America because it was affordable, easy to pack, and came in so many different flavors. And yes, you can still find Capri Sun in just about every major grocery store today, making it one of the few drinks on this list that's still just as easy to buy. And taking the number 1 spot has to be High C. This drink has actually been around since 1946, but if you were a kid growing up in the 90s or early 2000s, you probably remember seeing one sitting in the fridge almost every week. Whether your favorite was Flashin' Fruit Punch, Orange Lava Burst, or another flavor, there was nothing better than getting home from school, opening the refrigerator, and seeing one waiting for you. It was affordable, easy to grab, and became one of the most recognizable juice boxes ever made. Even though the packaging has changed over the years, High C is still around today, and somehow it still brings back those same childhood memories. Before you head out, I've got one more question. Which one of these drinks was your favorite growing up? And is there one we should have added that we forgot? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoy bringing back these childhood memories, we've got plenty more nostalgia videos waiting for you right here on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on BackThen-Central.